Look, guys, look. I just looked on my Google feed, and like I said, I don't keep up. I'm not intentionally trying to keep up with Colorado football, but I just read a headline that said that Cormani McClain hit the transfer portal. He's gone. So he's no longer a Colorado Buffalo. And he made a statement. They said he left with a shot against Colorado. Everything's not a shot. Every time somebody says something, we in the media, I say we in the media, but I'm not even part of the media, but the mainstream media like to take the information and twist it to make it seem confrontational, to stir some sort of conflict to get clicks. Everything is done for clicks. All he said is that he wants to go to a program where you're not playing for clicks. And he wants to be developed. He wants to go to a good program that's going to get the best out of him. He doesn't think that Colorado is that. It's implied that he doesn't think that Colorado is that. But the reason why I'm making this video is to show you that what I said on my previous video about the hype, is it a gift or a curse, has some merit. Everything's about clicks. Everything is about hype. It's a soap opera, folks. I'm trying to tell you, it's not all football. If there was a pie, it's probably like 50% football. No, I would go 40% football, 60% entertainment. That's what Colorado football is about. And again, if you're a player that just wants to go there for recognition and to get attention, then that's one thing. Well, Cormani McClain had that. He left. He's leaving. He's leaving. He had the attention. It's not about the attention. I think he's getting older as a young man. He's getting good advice, because those statements that he made, it didn't come across as a young man that was immature. Now, he probably did have some mishaps his first year there, but I think that he got on right. But everybody is taking Coach Prime's word for it, and Coach Prime is painting the narrative about Cormani McClain as if Cormani McClain is an athlete that doesn't work hard, that's not all about football, that is not committed, that's not working hard in practice. And we don't know if that's true or not. We don't know if that's true. We can't just take Coach Prime's word for it. I don't think the man was given a fair shot. And I think that once Coach Prime put his name out there about him not watching film and things like that, that's not things that you mention to the media. And even though media were asking, why isn't Cormani McClain playing, just say, he's coming along. Just give a generic answer to keep people in the dark. Don't mention anything about his film watching, his prep, and all that stuff. Like, that starts to paint a picture of a player that's not committed. Him leaving Colorado shows me that he is committed. Because if he was not committed, he would just stay there and continue trying to prove to Coach Prime that he's worthy. But he doesn't give a damn about proving anything to anybody. He alone, Cormani McClain, is proven. He wants to go to a place where he can be developed, a good program. And I don't know what school he's going to just yet. I didn't read the entire article. I just read like some of it, and I read the quotes that he made about wanting to go to a place to play, not just playing for clicks. So he seems to be echoing the same sentiments as the coach for Oregon did, when he says they're over there for clicks, we're about substance. That seems to be the reverberating theme. And I think it can't just be everybody's hating on Coach Prime, and Coach Prime is the only one that's the innocent one here. Honestly, the way he's running his program is a hype train. It's a hype train. And things like that, a hype train like that, when things move so quickly, with that kind of force, with early momentum, it can be derailed quickly. Things that start fast crash fast. Things that start slow and end up gaining success later will have a slower rate of not having success later, meaning that the steep decline from success happens at a slower pace that can be handled. But when you start fast, you crash fast. All right? So yeah, I know it's not news to you hardcore Colorado Buffalo fans. It's news to me. I was just looking through my Google, just on my phone, just scrolling. I'm like, what? Cormani McClain transferred. But I always had an intuition inside of me that said, this guy's not going to stay. And I also feel that, what the running back's name? Oh, I forgot his name. Alton. I also feel like Alton McCaskill should hit the transfer portal. I desperately do. Because how they would treat, like how he was used the first year, it was not because of his injury. His mother even came on here and debunked that. He was not injured. It wasn't his injury. He just was not used. I don't know the rationale behind it. I don't know why Coach Prime didn't use him. Whatever the reason is, McClain leaving is a good thing for McClain. Alton McCaskill needs to leave too. That's just my opinion. Those are the two guys that need to leave. I think that those guys would do better elsewhere. Because right now, the focus is on his sons and Travis Hunter. And right now, Coach Prime is not seeing the football team as an objective coach would. He's seeing a team with his emotion, and he's running a team like an AU basketball team, like an AU league. Like, it's just anybody free for all come, and it's the message is right, but the execution of the message is it's not aligning. It's misaligned, meaning that he says the right things, but his praxis or his theory behind the things that he's saying, when he puts it into practice, it's not aligning with his words. And that's where you get some disunity and some disjointing going on. There's something not right. The program is not being ran the way it should be. It's too flashy. It's just a lot of yeah. It's too hype. It's too. There's no. And I hate to say it, it's true. There's no substance there yet. He can get there, but he's putting the cart before the horse, so to speak. He's out of order. He's out of order. But I'm glad that Cormani McClain made those statements, because it shows me that a man that's maturing, and it shows me a man that has good people in his ear. Go to a program that could develop you, son. Colorado's not the place. When you're sticking freshmen in there, that freshman O-line, the one that was the number one recruit, O-line, the fact that you're just throwing him in there lets me know that you guys aren't about developing him. You're about getting big names and just thinking that the name itself is going to make it work. No, the development is going to make it work. Most great O-linemen that come from high school, they usually redshirt for great programs. Coach Prime doesn't have a great program yet, but he has to be willing to make the sacrifice in the short term to be great in the long term. But Coach Prime is not willing to do that. He's impatient. So he's going to get first-year freshmen and throw them in the fire. And that, to me, you have to be patient, because there's going to be a learning curve. But you can't just get a player from high school, throw them in Power 5 conferences, and just expect the player to dominate, because you're playing against other great players who were in high school too. And offensive line is a position that you have to hone your skill, hone your strategies, your footwork, your strength. All those things come into play, and you can easily get your confidence shattered your first year if you get derailed, if you get overwhelmed. It could be a shock to your equilibrium. You're like, oh my God, I did not expect it to be like this. Or I'm giving up too many sacks. I'm supposed to be the number one recruit. Well, if you set out a year and redshirted and came your second year being your first year, you'll be more prepared. But Coach Prime is not about preparing people. He just wants you to be already made and come onto my team. And that's why he likes the transfer portal. He thinks that the players coming through the transfer portal are more ready, which is true. But if you're trying to build a program, you have to start from getting the kids in high school, getting the type of players with the type of mindset that fits your team, your team mantra, or the theme of your team. And you slowly build with the character guys. Go with character first. You're always going to get talent, but have talent and character. And I would say character first, then talent. Character always trumps talent, because in moments of adversity, the person's character will show more often than not, and that character that's shown will normally dictate their play. So if players have good character and they have a good work ethic, no matter what they go through, their character will always overwhelm the external circumstance. Whereas players who are just talented, who don't have that much character, they'll get overwhelmed by the external circumstances. So always go with character guys and talent. All right. But yeah, Cormani McClain is out of there. And I'm happy for him. He needs to go to a place. And I'm going to be keeping an eye on him. Wherever he goes, I'm going to be watching him to see how well he does. He's a good corner. I thought it was a match made in heaven. I think he came there thinking, Coach Prime played corner. I'm a corner myself. I'm going to learn from the best. But I don't think he felt like he was getting developed. I felt like he was just continually being criticized all the time. And that could wane on a man. That could slowly drain your confidence. So I'm glad that he left Coach Prime to go somewhere else. Because right now, what's going on in Colorado seems to be more of an experiment to me than something that's solid. It's not a program just yet. It's like an experiment, and it seems like Coach Prime is trying to find his niche. That's assuming that he has the intentions of staying there for the long haul. Like I said, I don't believe he's staying there for the long haul. I feel like he may stay there after his son leaves and he'll leave, but we'll see. I could be wrong. I know he has a daughter that's on the basketball team or something like that. He may leave after she leaves. I don't know. This is just me speculating. But the main point of me making this video is that I did not know that Cormani McClain hit the transfer portal. So he is out. He is out of there. All right. Thank you guys for listening, man. All right. To the next time. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think. All right. Bye.